Hi Capricorn, welcome to Earth, Wisdom, Fire Tarot. So this is going to be a general reading looking at a situation in your life. Could be any situation in your life. And we're going to delve deep into it, looking at the challenges, the opportunities, and the next steps. This could be for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. You could also be a cross watcher. That's fine too. Sorry it's been so long. Sorry I say so lot, so much. And let's get started. Oh yeah, if you're interested in getting a personal reading, you can find all that info at earthwisdomfire.com or down in the description box below. I think that's it. Okay, so bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles. So, wow, seems like a lot has happened since the last time we talked. Because, wow, definitely feels like you kind of made a very, you made a choice with this Two of Rods and Judgment. Or this choice has been lingering. It's been sort of like hovering over your energy. And, it feels like this higher calling and this destiny is trying to lead you down a certain path. Think that you've really been resisting opening up the door to a past situation here. With this Two of Pentacles, I feel like you kind of feel caught between one life and another, or like between your old life and your new life. You're kind of in between. But something has definitely shifted to bring you a lot of happiness. This Ten of Cups, I feel like, is you just deeply connecting to an energy, a person, or a situation that just feels totally right, feels really good. It brings you so much peace and happiness and joy. With the Three of Rods, there's something in the distance, like you could be at distance from somebody that you care about, or there's just something in the distance that feels like it's calling you towards it. Like that's like the second time I've talked about that in this reading already. Like there's something magnetizing you to it, and it's something that you are longing for as well. It's like you feel like you're being drawn to this, it could be a person, you have the King of Rods here. And this King of Rods is really confident and passionate and determined, and just kind of goes after what he wants. So I feel like you're just not hesitating anymore. Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of resistance. You've been trying to keep the past at bay. You've been trying to talk yourself out of moving backwards. You've really been drawn towards something different, something new. And with the Hierophant, what you really want is something that feels committed and stable and grounded. This Hierophant, I feel like, is really just stepping up and taking responsibility for your own happiness and for your own path. There's just a lot of really like masculine energy already. And I just feel like there's like, feels like there's something that, like you could never be swayed or distracted away from what's really going to satisfy you and fill you up ever again. You have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, so you're not waiting around anymore. You're not well, the seeds that you planted, like, they are blooming. So let's look at the difficulties of this situation. Are there even any difficulties? Just kidding. Just taking a while to see them. Okay. So bottom of the deck is the Hermit. So I feel like what's happening here is that you are totally, totally sure here. You know for sure what it is you want, what's like really lights your heart on fire with this Hermit card, but you're forced to sort of feel all of this intensity. You feel this thing coming towards you, and there's nothing you can do to make it happen other than to work on yourself or to just kind of keep going. So I feel like with this Hermit card, the challenge is that you have to kind of keep a lot of this to yourself. You definitely have this deep inner knowing because you have the Hermit and the High Priestess. So it's like it's hard to talk about how sure you are of this direction that you're going in. It's really hard to talk about what feels so right about this. And I don't even think that you're really trying. You know, you're not worried about this at all with the Nine of Swords. The Devil card, this is your card. This is you feeling totally in alignment with who you are. Like your desires, whatever it is that you want, you're going after it. And what you are going after is magnetizing its way towards you. I feel like you're summoning each other, or like you prayed for each other and you're coming together, and it's just like exciting, you know. This Four of Rods makes me feel like this could definitely be talking about a love situation, could definitely be talking about a love connection, um, a union coming together. It could really just be you meeting your purpose and your mission head on and just like being so sure of it, wanting to commit to it 100% and put all that you have into it. Just put all your dedication, all your energy, all your time, all your love into this thing, into this direction. So that's really beautiful. I think that you're into this so much you're obsessed. You're like really, really obsessed with whatever this thing is. With the Hangman in reverse, I feel like you just really, really, really want to untether yourself. You don't want to be held down by your circumstance anymore. So it could literally just be that we're in the middle of this quarantine right now. You know, it could be that um, you have to kind of do a whole bunch of the work yourself before you can actually put it out there into the world. I can feel you just like chomping at the bit, like just wanting to like fully immerse yourself into this new life. With the Death card in reverse, I feel like there's also, again, there's something lurking in your subconscious. So let me look what it is, because like it could be down here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, well, here it is. You're still deeply connected to somebody from your past, somebody that you really love. Because it came out as like the Six of Cups at first, and now it's coming out as this Queen of Cups, this Wheel of Fortune reverse. You have unfinished business with something from your past. And this person, I think, really challenged your self-worth. They really maybe like just completely trampled all over it, and they just broke your heart. Or the situation itself was just really heartbreaking if it wasn't a person, and it was just really disappointing and painful, and it took a long time for you to heal from it. And maybe you haven't fully healed from it, but you've peeled back a lot of the layers, you know, that it's so deeply buried now. Whatever new healing you need to do on this, it's not readily apparent. Maybe you've just like really not been thinking about it because you've been so busy and excited about what's coming in the future that you haven't wanted to dwell on this old thing. And I don't think that you have to dwell on it. Like, I don't think you have to be fully immersed in these emotions again and in the pain again. I think what this is really just trying to get you to do is to acknowledge that it's there. This pain just wants to be seen, just wants to be heard. It wants you to acknowledge that it's there. You're like, your higher self is just asking you to listen to your intuition and listen to your heart, and to not shut all this other stuff off. Or sorry, not just not shut off that whole thing that I think will need to come to a completion at some point in order to fully immerse yourself in this new thing. You can't have it both ways. You're not going to be able to fully embrace this new opportunity and this new life until you've closed the door on the past and before you've fully learned the lesson. So that's why this Hermit energy is so important. It's not a punishment. It's not, it shouldn't be, you know, something that you try to rush or hope is over as soon as possible. This is something that you want to fully explore. You want to give this energy a chance. You want to listen very, very closely. You want to be very silent and let the truth filter through that silence. let's look at the opportunities. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles. The opportunity here is going to come through healing these subconscious beliefs and fears that have made you feel like you're not good enough for what it is you want and what it is that you deserve. It's like you get this happiness and then you doubt it. You start questioning it. And I think in the past, you've probably sabotaged yourself right when things are getting good, right when you're starting to see success. You pull back because subconsciously you're just like, if I fail, if I sabotage it myself, then I don't have to deal with failure in another way. I think that you have a deep fear of abandonment, you have a deep fear of rejection, and that's the only thing that's really holding you back here. You really need to sort through your emotions about this. You can't suppress your emotions. If you really fully honor what you're feeling and you explore this painful past with that person or with that situation, you will have the tools that you need to be able to discern like who's really on your side and who isn't. You'll be able to really see people's intentions clearly. I think this is important too because I'm getting this energy that you are wholeheartedly putting yourself into this new thing. Like you really want to fully engage with it and put your all into it. Your intentions are very pure, but I think that you've experienced in the past people questioning your intentions. So you have a very like intense wall up. You have like an impenetrable barrier. So the thing about this situation is that it does require vulnerability, and you need to like have your discernment and your vulnerability make friends within you so that they're not at odds, or that you know you're not cutting things out prematurely or scaring away the opportunities that want to come through. You really need to have an open heart, but also have a very sharp sword. I love that. So you need this Queen of Pentacles energy. You need to really feed yourself positive encouragement. Like I'm getting that you specifically may want to use affirmations or some sort of like subconscious reprogramming. You need to physically, explore the triggers in your body that make you feel like, you have to brace yourself for impact or you have to protect yourself, because it's like, it's a very subtle thing. It's a very, very subtle thing, this like defense mechanism that you have. It's not readily visible. I don't even think that you're aware of it most of the time, that you do this, that you push things away, and that you sabotage yourself in ways that you didn't even notice. So you have an opportunity here to break that cycle. There's a new way that's possible for you here. Okay. Let's look at next steps. This might be a short reading. Whatever's going on here, it's subtle, but it's straightforward. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Temperance. So there, like, things are definitely going to align for you. Like, you're going to find this inner balance. You're going to find this peace and serenity, and you're going to feel very much like everything is going your way. Like you're in the right place at the right time. Like things are happening serendipitously. You're getting signs. You're feeling very in touch with your spirit guides and angels. And there's this very beautiful relationship. Like I was saying, between your discernment and your vulnerability. I feel like you're finding that internal balance. So I feel like, just looking at the bottom of the deck, the key here is really to follow your heart. The Knight of Cups. I feel like any kind of impediments to you being able to do that have been cleared away, or you've done the work necessary to be able to really trust yourself enough to do that. You have the Wheel of Fortune here, meaning that that old cycle that hadn't fully closed, you're getting closer to it. Like, this card didn't come out in the reading, it's at the bottom of the deck, but now it's in the upright because, and it's closer to the bottom of the deck because it's like, you're getting closer and closer to really being able to understand why you held on to it so long, or the awareness of this is becoming more and more apparent. Because even as I'm doing this reading, you might not even know what I'm talking about, honestly. Like, when it comes out, it could be so powerful and so potent that it frees you instantaneously. You have this World card here. It's like that closure that you're wanting to get is just so powerful. It just shoots you right into like exactly this kind of life that you want to live. It's like the superficial clues about this life that you want to live are right there in front of your face. Or like the superficial sort of like things that needed to be in place were there, but there's like this deeper there's this deeper shift that's happening to give you the clarity that you need, like you have the Two of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Cups. So I feel like you kind of have been oscillating between feeling really confused and overwhelmed out of nowhere to just feeling like to just wanting to push it down, or just feeling completely out of sorts for no reason. You don't even know that it's confusion that you're feeling. It's just like sometimes you're just so out of touch with what's going on with you internally. So I feel like you're getting a lot of emotional clarity here around connection. You're getting a lot of illumination over things that have been very, very dark within you for a long time. This is a very subtle thing that's happening to get you to this place of this temperance energy. So we have the Page of Cups here. This is about you, like I said, opening up your heart and offering yourself, to the external world, like putting yourself out there, kind of like with your heart on your sleeve, and no longer needing to like hide your authentic self or your real true beauty behind a wall to protect it. The Chariot, I feel like you're going to be extremely successful in this new direction. Nothing's really holding you back but yourself here, your own subconscious fears. The only thing that's going to mess this up is you sabotaging it. That's really, really key. That's why you have to really unpack what's going on for you subconsciously. Like, I've given you some clues, but whatever's going on for you, like, you have to delve deeper into that yourself, because I can only do so much in a general reading, It's very subtle, like I said, to unpack it. Doing that work is going to pay off so much here. You have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is, like I said, abundance, that new beginning, blessings raining down on you. All that success, all those blessings, they want to come through. So why is the Sun in reverse? Why don't you believe that you deserve it? Why is it so hard to accept the truth that you deserve this love, that you deserve this, that you deserve these blessings, that you deserve this success? This is not going to be easy for you to avoid sabotaging yourself. Even me telling you this, you'll acknowledge it, you'll understand, like, intellectually, but until you do that inner work to like undo that programming, undo that subconscious behavior, like, this is just going to keep coming up over and over and over again. Or maybe just one final time. Like, this Sun card may not be repetitive. It may just be like one final, like, last minute doubt, cold feet before the wedding. You know what I mean? You'll still question, even at that moment, like, do you deserve that love? Because the Sun shines for all of us all the time, very consistently. He does his thing. He doesn't ask anything of us in return. He just does it. He's very consistent. And it's just a very loving, generous, giving act that the Sun does for us, And I feel like you deserve that kind of love. Like, you deserve that kind of attention and care. You deserve that success. But it's like, I can't tell you that if you don't fully believe it in your heart. Like, I can tell you that all day long, but if you don't believe it yourself, it's not going to make an impact. So you have to decide with the Judgment card. You have to wake up to the reality, and you're the only one who can initiate yourself into the next cycle, into the new thing. The universe can tell you all day long that you're ready, can give you every single sign, can put everything in place before you. Like I said, all the superficial indicators that this thing that you want is coming, that it's magnetizing itself to you, that all you have to do is go after it. The pathway is clear, you know, until you know, do your thing when it comes to all that. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to happen. But this feels like a massive rebirth. This feels like a massive restructuring and rethinking about how you've always done things. This is your big opportunity to choose differently, to choose wisely, to choose to follow your heart. And just take things slow, you know? Take things slow and don't overthink it. Once you're living that life, once you're in it, just enjoy the ride. Just take it one day at a time, one moment at a time. Don't rush anything. And just realize that, you know, happiness is not a destination, it's a journey. Like, it's all about enjoying the journey. That's really what I feel like a lot about this reading. Like, you're almost like sabotaging your happiness because you're expecting something bad to happen. You're expecting the other shoe to drop. You're expecting somebody to take it away from you or abandon you. And I just don't see that happening here. I think it's your subconscious fears. I really do. So let's get some oracle cards for you. Restore and replenish. Just take a moment to breathe, take a moment to just like rest, because like I said, I feel like you love this thing so much, you're getting like obsessed about it, you're putting your all into it. You don't want to do that for so long that you burn out and you get drained. Then you start to resent this beautiful gift that's been given to you because it's taking so much out of you. This beautiful thing is not asking you to deplete yourself. This thing loves you as much as you love it. If it's not a thing, it's a person. I feel like for some of you it's like your dream job, dream career. Almost that feels more dominant than like a relationship energy here. But this thing wants to happen. This energy wants to be fully expressed. But there does need to be balance. There needs to be harmony. There needs to be this centering energy, this peaceful energy. Listening for truth. So this is key, right? Because the truth is hidden underneath all the very, very loud subconscious fears and ego thoughts that are kind of going through your mind. There's a tendency here maybe to like overthink things, again, maybe because of the obsessive energy around this. So you do need time in quiet contemplation. You are going to need some time to yourself to just like be in your own energy and listen for what your higher self is trying to tell you. Your higher self is going to speak very quietly, very calmly through your heart space. They're not going to try to speak over the loud arguments from the ego, you know? So you've got to be calm. You've got to have faith in the process. You've got to trust that everything is aligning the way that it's supposed to, and that you can't mess this up. Like, it's so crazy because, like I said, the only thing that you could do to like mess this up is to sabotage yourself. But even then, I know for sure you'll get more chances. Like, it's not going away. So I think you just need to have trust and have faith that this is meant for you, that this is where you're supposed to be. This is like your thing. And don't doubt it anymore. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. So take responsibility for your own part in this, which is literally just aligning, literally just allowing this love in, this beautiful blessing in. Heaven sent. So this is in alignment for you. Like, this is this is the ultimate for you in this lifetime. Like, you could not have dreamed up a better life or situation for yourself. Like, that's really what this feels like. It's like you're getting what you prayed for, you know? So when you really see the true you, I feel like you'll stop doubting, you'll stop trying to self-sabotage, and you'll trust that this is really what's meant for you. And I think the key thing is that you have to listen, not just to yourself, but maybe this other person, or listen to this situation, like really look at it and just allow it to like, to just vibrate some truths at you if it can't speak. I don't know why the message is coming out that way, but it's almost like if you really saw things for what they were and not just like your projections, I think that you would understand how much how solid this already is, like how real this already is, like how it's not going anywhere. You can't mess this up. So we have never a crowd on the leading edge. Honor those who honor you. Don't you hear it? She asked, and I shook my head no. And then she started to dance, and suddenly there was music everywhere, and it went on for a very long time. And when I finally found words, all I could say was thank you. Brian Andreas. From time to time along your hero's journey, you will serendipitously encounter fellow travelers with whom there are sparks of resonance. It is always a thrill to discover you are exploring similar areas of fascination and thus uncovering similar revelations within the same parenthesis of time. In these moments, allow yourself to be heartened, validated, reassured, and invigorated. You don't need throngs of people standing shoulder to shoulder with you or cheering you on to be infused with strength and inspiration. There is never a crowd on the leading edge. So if you meet only one kindred soul on your path, consider yourself lucky. Nurture your supportive relationships and feel the blessing of these like-minded souls for their belief in you. For the mutual blessing you bring to each other. Gratefully see your own courage, wisdom, and adventurous spirit reflected in them. So what's so important, I feel like I've been like speaking for your person or for the other side of this equation, because they just want you to see how grateful they are for you. Like you are their answered prayer just as much as like they are yours. So it's almost like you're insulting this other person by not, by doubting it, by doubting yourself. It's like it almost like hurts them that you don't see how much you deserve this, because I think it makes maybe them question that they don't deserve it or something like that. I don't think they're fully getting into that, they're not fully like giving into it, but that's kind of the danger here if you keep resisting, if you keep doubting. So hope that helps. Feels intense. Feels good though. Really excited for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading, I can help you out with that at earthwisdomfire.com. I love you and see you next time. Bye.